Coca-Cola's 125 years of success is based on a very successful strategy in many different dimensions. First of all, I must mention that Coca-Cola, many of us don't know that Coca-Cola is only the producer of the concentrate. So they don't even put the entire product onto the shelves. The concentrate goes to the bottler, where the bottler adds the sugar and the water, and then from there it goes to the supermarket in bottles, which are not even being done by the Coca-Cola company themselves. But what that means is that although they are far back in the start of the value chain, they are able to put immense pressure on the entire value chain for everything to go perfect and for all of the parties to remain dependent on the concentrate producer, Coca-Cola. In other words, what do? They negotiate long-term contracts for bottlers. They negotiate long-term contracts and distribution deals with supermarket chains such as Walmart. And finally, they spend an immense amount of money on marketing in order to create a lifestyle brand that we recognize. Because of this marketing strategy, they were able to differentiate themselves and create a lifestyle brand such that when we go to a restaurant or when we go to a supermarket, we really want Coca-Cola as opposed to some other brand that might taste very similar. The world is changing very fast, and of course, consumer preferences are changing as well. First of all, in the last decade or so, there is a big push for consuming healthier products. So many of the sweeteners that we use in our carbonated drinks are becoming more and more difficult to sell because consumers are interested in things that are completely natural. So a response for that from Coca-Cola has been a very successful strategy, which is to acquire waters and juices and following this health trend and giving people who are interested in consuming these new products something different that they could do as opposed to Coca-Cola or Diet Coke. In addition, there's also the point that social media and smartphones are really entered the market. And so what that means for marketing Coca-Cola is very important. Coca-Cola cannot just go to the television or to a newspaper and just print or create a video that will be given to the consumer. The consumer is more interested in being interactive. The consumer is interested in sharing information and creating information and content themselves. Coca-Cola has been very successful on this. My research on the advertising world and the changes that the social media and the smartphones have brought to the advertising world show that Coca-Cola has fully integrated these new technologies into its marketing strategy. They are able to create content which is shared among the users many, many times. Just alone on Facebook, they are able to share with 32 million users, which means that if each of these users forwards this message to a friend of theirs once, they are able to reach the entire user base of 600 million people on Facebook. So through a successful strategy of integrating all these new technologies into their marketing, they are able to go with the flow and really address the needs and the wishes of the young population. I think this is going to be a very key success factor for Coca-Cola in the future.